Good evening, guys. It's 4:50 p.m. Today is November 1st, 2022. It's a Tuesday, and we had again roller coaster ride today. Right? Yesterday was choppy. Today it's a down day. Pretty much. Right? So I did not trade it today because I did not do a Discord today as well. I was outside since morning 8 o'clock. I came back home at 12:30 or 12. And then I saw a big huge down move, so there is no point trading at that point because already move was happened, right? So I did not trade it per se, and I just watched and did some other work, but anyway, so I'm going to walk you through it like the way I used to do in Discord, right? The way I'm doing it Discord in live at the morning time, but today I was not there, so this is the after the fact. I'm walking you through it. Okay, so yesterday evening Discord comments, something is going to happen in the overnight, either strong crack below 450 440 and ES 77, or NQ visiting above 550, ES above 3920, right? So read this comment. So based on this last night comment, right? Price did went up to this level, right? It cracked above it. So now only up to this point going into the day, right? The idea is it cracked above this, right? Entire yesterday's range, and it hit this level. And so by the time when it hits this level, you have to realize one thing though, that price already reached there, right? So now only way it wants to go higher is aggressive buying, right? That means buyers have to be in control and they have to hold higher up, right? And then backup is backup buyers area, but backup buyers area, you do not want price to even come back there. So the worst case you can see is price coming back to preferred buyers area, and then it has to reverse, but anyway, I even don't want price to even come back to preferred buyers area, right? Because they are preferred buyers area based on the levels, but based on whatever happened last night, right, the way price went higher, all these levels, you do not want even price to come back to preferred buyers area in ES, right? Because from 39.20 you do not want price to come back down all the way to 37.98 right of the open, because then it defeats the purpose of aggressive buying, right? Then something is off. Even you have to think other way around, that sellers are active now, buyers are trapped. So you have to do all this calculation in your mind. Some logically it has to make sense, right? Like when it goes higher, you do not want price to even come down in certain context, right? So that thing you have to remember today. So buyers are there, still there, right? Sellers are only reactionary at this point. If they are active, sellers are active. That means they have to bring ES, Russell and Dow down. So today they did. Today all three came down, right? So now see, one day up price action, second day down price action. This is not the healthy environment. Something is off somewhere, and we have to be extra cautious in day trading. Unless we see a clear setup, then we have to jump in. Otherwise, don't jump in. Even though everything looks good, and let's say you do something, but immediately price reversed on you and stop you out, something is off. You have to think that way, and then do not enter it again immediately. Wait for a few minutes, and then these are the levels, right? So I only included the higher up levels because I was not thinking even price will come back here, based on the overnight. Okay, so either one level will give us one trade. NQ 500 520, this, right? So it already hit all these levels in the overnight, right? And then only left level was this. So if NQ rights of the open go higher, these are the targets. Friday's buyers are legit, then ideally you want to see them price holding it above 93.97. Backup is 67.70. Anything other than that, sellers are active. For NQ, ideally I want buyers from Friday to hold it above preferred buyers area, and 400 is a backup. If price goes below, then sellers will be active, right? Ideally you want to see even price holding above hunting levels in both, right? So if price is not doing that, let's say it fails to hold above this, that's the first sign or signal. You have to assume that, hey, buyers are not that strong. Then price goes below this preferred buyers area in NQ or 400, then you know that something is definitely off. Today is not the day for buyers then, right? then even though it's late, you can start sorting it based on the timeline, right? How much time left, and then you can still grab the points, to the short side. ES, same thing. The moment it goes below it, at least going below, more confirmation, right? Above that, we have to analyze in real time whether to take a long or not, right? So idea was to stick with long above this 84 in general, yesterday's close, right? So right of the open, super aggressive buyers and aggressive buyers. That is what I was expecting, buyers to hold above. That's it. I do not want even price to go below this, right? So right of the open, if price came down, see here like that, right? This was the level, super aggressive. See, buyers have to be aggressive, right? So you can go long based on ES. However, NQ was way higher up here, right? So the first thing NQ did was what? The observation is it got a rejection from this haunting levels, right? That's the first thing you have to notice. And there was no level in between, right? Our next level was here. This was a confluence area. So NQ was here while ES came to 11, right? So we already know NQ is weak. So NQ, there is no trade here. You can't be aggressive. But ES was, buyers are aggressive. So ES, this would be the long, right of the open, right here. Internals, everything was good, at that time. Of the opening anyway, it doesn't matter. But price open, gap up, right? Above this, even 18, right? And above yesterday's high. So it can easily go higher, So that was the long, but NQ, there is no long, okay? Then you're holding it, price is chopping around, making you nervous, right? But then you have to hold your ground, you can, worst case, you can put a break even stop here, right? But then you have to hold it, but then you see NQ going down here, right? After that, 944 or 945, ES was still holding this level, this low, right? So now you enter NQ long, right, at 500, this area. So I would have taken a long at 522 or so, right here, right, if I was trading. So, and now you want both of them to hold it, so because this was balanced now, right? You entered at the balance bottom earlier, so now you hold it and defend it. The moment price try to slice through it, something is off, because now you see NQ here, it little bit poke here, and then it basically turned this 522 or whatever yesterday's high, right, into resistance, and then you see another move down like little bit, right? You have to bail out. Something is off. See, price get enough chance. So buyers got enough chance here. If you look at it here, buyers had enough chance to push it higher. 1, 2, third attempts, and it doesn't go higher. Something is off. Definitely, you have to bail out right here at this breakdown with loss. Now you can't go long. Now you have to be very careful here. Hold on, guys. So now you can't go long the next level, even though it's a yesterday's high, right? Price can bounce from it, because in momentum was holding above zero line. But by the time, if you look at it around 949, which was NQ was right at into this area, right? But at one point NQ now sliced through this key inflection point, right? So now you have to be very careful here. You can't do long. You have to wait. You have to wait for a price to pause like this, then go higher above this, back into this balance, then you can ride up, so you have to wait here, right? But let's say then price came down to preferred buyers area, which was this hold on, slide here, right? So this is yesterday's high I was talking about earlier, right? Then it came down here, right? And now, as I said, right, you have to wait. Even so, here I gave you a long here, a signal, right? But it's a different arrow, because now you are looking not intraday like mini price action. You are looking at straight exhaustion into this key area. But remember, the first idea is they have to hold above this. Ideally, preferred is only backup today, right? Price coming here exhausted, internals are still holding, right? That's why you can try here, not NQ, but NQ was already big, right? But ES you can try here if you want to. I would not even try it, because I would wait for a confirmation. Price, I want price to at least go above this area, make above yesterday's high, and then I may do something. So here there is no trade ideally, right? Then what happened? Then price sliced through this way, came back to 84 even. See, at this point, right, price is telling you it's an open drive down, opening balance breakdown, NQ is tanking, there is no way now buyers can pull this through, right? So now our goal is to what? The moment it goes below preferred buyers area like this, the environment or structure is changed now. Now you have to favor sellers. You have to forget buying, Now you have to look for short setup. Same way here. The moment NQ took out this preferred buyers area and backup buyers area, right? Like this. Now you have to favor short, right? So the moment ES goes below 84 and straight into this area, right? Below yesterday's low even, right? Both of them. Now it's a chance. You look for short setup. Right? Then what happened? Then price bounced like this by 10:30 or so, which is right around here somewhere, right? So here you're observing it, right? See, this was a gap fill even, right? And the internals were bullish disconnect, right? Plus 1580. Did this gap fill worked? Failed. Look at this. Slice through it, little poke, slice through it. This is the sign that sellers are strong here, right? So pop back up into this area now, right? This was the close. Remember, above 84 favor buyers in general. Now it's went through it, right? So there is no point, doing nothing here. You wait for a short setup, right? Then what happened? Then hold on, let me zoom it. See, we discussed this trade, right? You wait, because now you can see here double bottom, slight double bottom, right? Then price make a jump. So there is no point shorting it here, right? You have to wait. Then what happened? Price again balanced, right? Then again try to go higher here by a 3 ticks of 1 point, right? Immediately slice through it, correct? So here when it goes up and again try to come down, right? Here you can short, right here. Right here, right? NQ, same thing here, Now 440 was important yesterday, right? We discussed this in Discord, that yesterday price held 440, right? To the tick almost, right? Very hard, defended it. Now today it's just sliced through it, pretending it was even not there, right? So there will be a lot of buyers here, They got like trapped. So on the moment price goes up here like this, right? They are liquidating their positions, they are stuck. So this is where you can take a short in NQ, relying on this flipping this area, and ES same time, and then you just wait to see what happens, right? And then again price went down and try to go higher, right? So if you have a tight stop, right, you would have been stopped out, fine, but then again you see this, then you want to see this candle going higher like this. The moment you see this, short, because now see here buyers had a chance, right? Little pullback, people bought it again here. Intraday, this is all intraday stuff, like poor day traders, they saw this breakout, they bought it at this pullback. The next thing, they are hoping this candle will go like this. The moment you see this, you short right here, assuming you got stopped out here, let's say you put a tight stop, right? Then otherwise you keep holding your short, right? And then this was your short, right? Now you look for even lower level than this, because now because these guys are trapped, it can easily come over here, which it did, right? Then you even take a little bit scale here, and then you watch this area. The moment you see this balancing, you short again. See that? So that's how it is, NQ, same thing here, you short, right? So those are the trades, right? I think there was a one trade here also, here like this, right? So here you can see it, see here like this, right? So there was a balance here, right? Then price broke out above it, correct? And then it's trying to go higher, right? But look at this, what happened before. Strong down day, balance, breakdown, all these things, right? And now intraday is trying to reverse, correct? During the lunch time, right? It can reverse, but then this was a VWAP, right? This was a first hour low even, right? All this thing ahead of it. And then look at NQ at that time, where it was 400 area. The 400 area was yesterday, right? That was a low, correct? Now price balanced around it, broke down. This 323 was not that important level, and even though that bounced straight up here, people are going to short, right? Like they are shorting at the top pretty much, so they are basically trapping everyone, so here they trap the buyers, the breakout buyers, whoever took the breakout like here, right? They are thinking this, right? Why? But you don't realize it. Whoever took the long breakout, they don't realize it, that now today something happened wrong. Buyers are trapped from all the places or everywhere. They are trapped here, here, right? If they did not build out here, and now it's here. Even here also some buyers got trapped, right? Do you think price is gonna go all the way up now? And the sellers who are active all the way down, right? They're gonna let it go easily. Most likely the day will close lower. Simple. So any push up, sellers will short it. So let's say if you're afraid of this short because of this breakout, right? Fine, you wait. Then short here or even here, right? Yes, you have to put a stop here, but then the reward is at least price will go down, at least back to this point, But here you can see it, price came down, right? Then again up, again down, chopping around, you bail out, break even. You don't want to hold this trade, and ideally when you see this, right, at least this will tell you that some buyers are in from this level, correct, and they were able to push through this entire balance. That means some buyers are now coming. So obviously on the way down they will provide a support somewhere here, all this thing. So if you're shorting, you have to realize it that price may come back up again come down, something will happen, so it may bring some chop. So you want to short here, then you have to decide two times, right, or think two times, right? And then here at least you can target this area, so that's how it is. And that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.